Jam Fest. Hey! Oh, okay, that's maybe a little loud. You know, what you do when your thing's a little loud is you lower the volume like that. Hey guys, welcome to the official Unbox That PlayStation 5. Yo, weirdo! Alright, so before we unboxed the Xbox, we rated how the box was, how it looked, the smell, and everything. And just to remind everybody, this is not the PlayStation 5, this is the Series X. So we are going to compare it against the PS5 in terms of just pure aesthetics and size tonight. And so I'm pretty pumped. Huh? Are they okay?
Louis scratching the couch.
Oh, hey Louis, stop scratching the couch, you weirdo. Sorry guys, I have cats, so you know how that goes. So, let's get on to it. I hope you guys are having a good night. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can see them. This is a PlayStation 5. And the first thing I can say is this thing is fucking big. This thing is huge. This, like the Xbox box was big too, but this is a biggins. Now, if you look at the sides, of course, it looks like a normal, I guess, as normal as you could get. It looks a lot of ways like the PS4 box. Now, I was thinking about boxes of the past, and I thought, you know, what designs were always the best designs? So this one basically, a lot less flash, just shows you what the system looks like. Says it's lightning speed. Harness the power of a custom CPU and SSD with integrated I/O, which means input-output. That rewrite the rules of what a PlayStation console can do. So basically, this has a very integrated hardware-based system, so it should be fast to load. Series X has what they call the velocity architecture. So PlayStation doesn't really give it a fancy name. They just use the input-output terminology versus velocity. How many Jimmy heads is in the box? That's my preferred unit. I have a pretty big head too. So let's see. 1 head, 2 head, about 2 1/3 Jimmy heads could be fit in this box, roughly speaking. What else the box could say is breathtaking immersion. Discover a deeper gaming experience with support for haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio technology. So one of the big things about the PlayStation 5 is, of course, the DualSense controller, which we're going to look at during this unboxing. And the controller has, what I heard, and I'm going to have to personally check out, is it's supposed to have really good feel of the rumble. You actually can feel different textures and things like that. And also the controllers have adaptive triggers where if you're pulling on a bow, you actually could feel pressure going against your finger depending on tension. So the controller itself, outside of aesthetics, is supposed to have some really cool new features. Another thing the system says back here is stunning games. Marvel. Add incredible graphics and experience new PS5 features. Play a back catalog of supported PS4 games with the system update. So basically you need to download what this goes on. So the Xbox, behind it you saw a big halo. This one's basically just shows you the system all about. Now, one of the more iconic boxes for nostalgic purposes, but it's a very simple box, is the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2, all it was a blue box. It was a fucking blue box, and it said PS2 on it. But you know what? A lot of people love that box, and I personally, because I'm a sucker for blue, also love the box. But when we really think about the box is super simple beyond belief. Now this one, you got that blue top. Katie, do you love the PlayStation 2 box?
Yes.
Yes. Now, Katie and I both agree that the best box so far is the Wii box, in terms of when you open it. Even though the Xbox Series X takes a 9 out of 10, it took a second place, because it was pretty cool how it was. So what we got going on here in terms of the box itself is it's got one tape there. The tape does not have an arrow. It doesn't have that cool arrow like the Xbox One to know when you pull it off. This looks like a normal box. It doesn't look like this opens up like a treasure chest. It looks like this opens from the top, unlike the Series X. We're going to talk about comparisons, the aesthetic packaging comparisons that don't mean much until you put the system on, right? But yeah, guys, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Damn, this is... Look how big this is, Katie.
It's massive.
It's fucking going from my chest to my head here. This is ginormica. I know the Series Xbox was kind of big too, but oh, I may need you, or I could do it myself. I may need to turn off the light in a little bit, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna make room. As you can tell, I have the best setup of cat tower and microphone. Eventually, we'll get art on this wall, I think, right? Katie will put an art piece here, so if I ever talk, it may actually look more professional. Let's do this. Let's get this off. This is the one time I may have needed the scissors, but I didn't bring the scissors. But I could do this. I got nails. Creative mode PlayStation. How you doing, boy? How you doing? It's good to see you again. Warriors Garlic. Much love to you. Much love. Okay, so here's the negative right here. I should use the scissors because it took a piece of the blue top off with it.
You ruined it.
I ruined the box. I have to return it out of Best Buy and yell at them and say, I'm dumbs. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, man. I'm glad to hear. I know. I'm epic fail. I know. You suck, dude. You suck. Get out of here. I'm a slut. I'm a game slut, homies. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to open this up and try my best to do this with the setup I have. As you can tell, all right. I've tried 3 times to get mine. Here's one more time to Walmart. It keeps crashing. Oh my God.
Of course.
I started to hear that. Braxton. I do wish. Don't worry. This won't be the last shot before December. I know in my heart there'll be a few more batches. Because personal retail experience aside, I used to work at Best Buy. We get a batch for not only the Black Friday period, but we usually get another 1 or 2 batches because we do like those drops, those sales until the holidays. So I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the last time before 2021. And I don't know if you checked Best Buy yet. Check them. I know they don't advertise their times as often. They may have a drop on there as well. So I totally would. I know I'm selling Best Buy hard, but I would check that out just in case because they weren't really upfront about them having batches, but I'm pretty sure they'll have a batch. All right. Ready? Let's see what's below this thing. So first off, unlike the Series X, this doesn't open up like a chest. This opens up from the top. And what we have here is we got that nice little handle, which... All right. Oh! Looks like this is a box within a box, guys. This is already different. Okay, so this is really just... That's it. All right. So unlike the Xbox, which opened up like a chest, and we just had that 2 little box foam thing kind of thing going on, this is literally just a box with the box. Now, I have to say something, though. Brian says, you can always use duct tape to put a PS2 PS3 together, and you got a PS5. Duct tape fixes everything. That's funny. Now, the box within the box, guys, looks like a white box, right? But no, it doesn't. It has a PlayStation logo. This actually looks kind of cool. I know I was making fun of the PS2 box for being too damn simple.
That's pretty simple.
But this is... I don't know. I'm an idiot. Alright, guys. The box within the box has a tab. Let's see what's in here. I wonder what's in here, right? To dick tease even more, we got not 1, but 2 PS5 games here. Demon's Souls and Spoodermans. Creative Mode says, I'm waiting until probably next year to PS5. I recommend Bugsnax to get for a game, though. I really do want to get that game. I think that's from the people that made Octodad. Is that correct? Because that looks fun. And you know what? Honestly, this is being honest. And I know here I'm all like, I got the systems. I'm being completely freaking frank. Unlike any other system generation, there are a few exclusives, but for the most part, a lot of games are available. Unlike other generations, there's a lot more crossover. What I mean by that is a lot of games that you have are also available for the current gen and not at a much different pace. Usually what ends up happening, especially between the PS2 PS3, is you had like a Call of Duty that was just for the PS2, and then you had a Call of Duty that's for PS3. For example, like they had different ones like that. But, you know, in this generation, Valhalla will work for your Xbox One, and it'll also work for your Xbox Series X, for example. May not look the same, but, you know, it'll work. So there's a lot of crossing over. And honestly, I think some of the biggest differentiating games are not going to come out till probably next year, like so, you know, it's not a bad idea to wait. I probably not mispronounced your name, but Nox XN, you know, I'm so bad at this. I'll call you the cool new kid. How you doing? And it's a weird game. I'll probably go to get it for the PS4. Hey, Bug Snacks. All right, you came in time for the undressing. The undressing. What? What, girl? I'm undressing this thing. Ooh. It's another box within a box.
Are you serious?
So it's a box within a box within a box. This is boxception. Wait, no. This is not a box within a box. Hold on a second. You can see that
It is a box.
they have a box within a box within a box. Looks like the system's in that carton. So where the Xbox Series X did that treasure chest design that I thought was kind of neat. This one's kind of doing something, I don't say similar, but let's open up what's in here. I think I know what's in here. We probably all know what's in here, but we're going to find out. I'm going to tilt this camera down a little bit. Wait, is that a PS5? It is a, well, this is not the PlayStation 5 right here, but I am unboxing the PlayStation 5 for the first time. So, because I'm a game slut. Did the shirt come with the system? Oh, well, thank you for saying I follow you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for following a random guy that you found here. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's the PlayStation 5. So what you get, the Xbox had this one thing that's like a quick start guide. It's like, use your phone. PlayStation straight up is coming with instruction manuals. You know, the instruction manuals. Remember those guys? The big things that actually tell you in multiple languages how to set up your system. It came with it. So it came with a safety guide. This I didn't see with the Xbox. How to safely operate my system. Thanks, Xbox. Now the PlayStation let me know that it's a level 1 laser. All right, I'm gonna stop dick teasing. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get through this. What we also have here is, it looks like he got the PlayStation 4 system before that system. That's awesome. The shirt did not come with the system. I got the shirt at where did I get the shirt at, babe? Did I get it at Aristotle or something? I don't know. All right, I think Aeropostale. Nice, like a fucking yuppie. Alright. I think this is the controller. This or it's a fake controller. Oh my god. This actually has some heft to it. This has some... It's a hefty boy. Hey babe, do you mind getting the PlayStation 4 controller? I ordered my girl around. I'm sorry guys. That's Katie, by the way. Everyone give her applause. I'm bothering my girl. She's like, I'm playing the freaking Switch. Alright.
Well, I also have 3 cats on me.
Alright, so this is the PlayStation 5 controller. You've probably seen a lot of this. I'm going to put this box to the side because I'm going to focus on this controller a bit. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Katie. Katie for the win. PlayStation 4 controller. PlayStation 5 controller. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. First things first. That button. The slick. There it is. Better lighting. Sorry, guys. You know, you can tell you're amateur with the lighting, so I apologize. So we can see here is it heavier? It's definitely heavier. The PlayStation 5 controller, it's a bit more heft to it. Now, how it feels around the hands, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Oh, it's so soft.
I like how this feels. It's a little more firm around the hands. It has a weird angle to it. You want to hold it? Katie wants to hold the PS5 controller. I'll hold the PS4 controller. It does.
Kind of big.
It's kind of big, huh, girl?
Shut up.
Sorry, the making things oddly sensual here. Now it has this weird little angular bottom that I did not expect to put my hands on. It's kind of weird. Well, anyway, it's a boomerang, like the PS3 controller originally was supposed to be. The controller is a nice matte finish here in there. The sticks, let's see how the sticks feel. Oh, we holding that baby. We share. Katie loves video games, so she's probably going to play this quite the amount too. USB-C up top. The touchpad here looks and feels like the touchpad here. If you're wondering, it's the same touchpad. Now, the sticks, though, do feel different. They feel... This feels a little more tactile? If that's easy to say. These feel a little more rubbery. That is so weird. This feels more smooth.
What feels more smooth?
The PS5 sticks feel like rubbery. Like when you move them, not the top, not the actual stick itself. Like when you move the stick, it feels like the force you have is more silky. I don't know how to explain it. The top though, the grips feel almost the same. A little rougher, but this is new. This is older, so this has been a little more used. So I feel like this is the sense of the sticks, the grips, feel about the same as the PS4 if you're wondering. But when you actually move the stick around, the tension you're feeling is actually, you can feel the difference. I don't know if I like it. I'm sorry, I gotta go. But will you be streaming later? I don't know if I'll be streaming later, but I may stream tomorrow. I may play games like that. But hey, I appreciate you coming in, and definitely hit me up and play some games, stuff like that. And thank you for joining in, though. I really do appreciate it. And take care, man. Take care. Maybe I will stream later tonight. I know it's a non-answer, but I'm bad at this. I stream once in a while. All right. But much love to you, everyone. Give love to him. Give him love. If I don't get a PS5, that's fine, because I'm in 3 hours getting Call of Duty Cold War to look forward to. Heck yeah. All right. So the buttons. First things first, the buttons are not colored on this controller. They feel the same in size and in pressure. They feel about the same. I mean, there may be a slight difference, but the buttons feel the same. Now the D-pad, that's a good question. The D-pad, though, I gotta close my eyes, guys. I gotta close my eyes and dream about those games.
Don't be weird.
Why am I licking my lips? It's like ASMR for some reason. The D-pad does feel different. It actually feels a little more rubberized, a little more slick, I guess. The best way to put it, it's more of a slick surface. This feels a little more tense. Just like the sticks, it's a little more silky context they're having. Watch Dogs Legion is great despite the graphic problems like PC. So, Katie, our good friend Cray Mode is mentioning that Watch Dogs Legion is a good game despite its problems.
Oh, good to know.
Good to know.
I really want to play that.
So the big things here, of course, is we got the share button and the start button. They just give it different designations on there. I don't know if it's, sorry if the camera's not catching it up. Now, the big thing, of course, is the triggers. Now, the adaptive triggers only work when it's on, so it's not like I'm going to be able to feel that tension of holding a bow and arrow right now, and same with the rumble, right? So there's things that I'm not going to get a sense of, like the light bar right now as I hold on to this. But if we're going to talk about triggers, the L1, L2, R1, R2, they feel very different. This is actually probably the, outside of the heft and the how it conforms to your hands, this is probably one of the biggest differences I see is actually the triggers themselves in terms of how they feel right now. These, without having the adaptive on, feel easier to push in, but not as defined of a hook. So the hook here, there's a little bit of hook, but this I feel like is a deeper divot is the best way to put it, that it feels like it holds on your fingers a little bit more is the best way to put it. So this feels like you could slip off easier. The R1, L1 buttons that feel bigger. They feel a little bit bigger than this. I may be going crazy, but they have a little bit more back to them now. And I like that. So triggers, I don't know if I like the triggers as much, but it's not on. I'm not playing a game. But the L1, R1 feels a little nicer. They feel big. So what can I say except this has a built-in microphone in it. I like how it feels in the hands. This is a hefty boy. I actually like the dual color look. I know a lot of people were kind of like turned off by the two-tone look, but I actually personally like the two-tone look. I like that this is kind of not going for a subtle look. I like the idea that this is basically, I like the Dreamcast, okay? If you really want to know what system I think looked great, I love the Dreamcast. So that tells you that I like a system that basically says, I'm a fucking video game system. I'm something that's not like a PC. And so, I like something that really pops out, not as like a home entertainment box or wants to be another home entertainment box. And this is not a slight towards the Series X. Actually, the Series X, what surprised me about it was that at first I didn't like the design when you see this. But what I really like now that I play it more is I actually like the top. You'll see this when I turn off the lights. Like, this actually looks so much cooler in person than any video will make it look like. Sorry, I just want the camera to focus on my face. And so this actually looks better in person than it does through pictures. Even though it goes against what I like in a system in a lot of ways. Like, I like a standout thing. This has features that do stand out. So don't let the front of it fool you. As a guy who plays the Xbox, I wish Xbox incorporated a built-in mic. Yes, there is a built-in mic on the PlayStation 5 controller. Right there, it has a little microphone picture, and right below it is a slot. So this actually has a built-in microphone. You could use any standard microphone on the bottom though, but it has a built-in microphone just in case if you're in a rush or if you just want to use the voice remote controls. It's right there. He agrees about the PlayStation 2 controller. True that. This, in terms of feel, I like how it feels more than the PlayStation 4. But the triggers, without having it on and using adaptive triggers, I like the triggers more on this, and I like the sticks more on this. But everything else about this I like more. Is that weird to say? And this is without turning it on and getting a sense of the literal haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, because those are some big new features that will definitely probably make this controller stand out much more than it being off and me holding it. So, phew, I thought I had to talk into it. No, you don't have to, but it's a complete optional feature. I think the reason they did is they wanted to have kind of a quick use feature. Like the Wii Remote used to have a built-in mic, and that was kind of used as a little gimmick. But I think for this is basically like if you're in a rush or if you want to use it for like a voice search thing, you don't have to like pull out your headset every time. But if you want a serious game, you could put any headset in here, so don't worry. It's not going to force you. You don't need to use the built-in microphone when you talk to homies or do a stream or anything like that. This is completely an optional feature. It's nice it's there. I don't know how good the microphone is. I have to try it. Maybe when I do a stream or something, I will purposely try to use this microphone and see if it's trash or not. So anyway, okay, let's get into this. So we got the controller, which I think is one of the biggest things I want to look at before we get to the system. But inside this box as well, we have the power cord, which actually the power cord is the same power cord they use for the Series X. If you're wondering, it's the same adaptive ends. So there's a hot tip for you. This is actually just like the Xbox controller in a lot of ways. Xbox power cord. All right, so we're opening it up, and there's something else in here, and this is the HDMI cable. Thank God it came with that, right? Sorry, my setup is not the greatest, but we gotta roll with it, right? We gotta roll with it. So I appreciate you guys for watching me do this. What we have in here is the stand. So you have to use the stand if it's horizontal or vertical. Unlike the Xbox, where the Xbox has the footies and the stand built into it, you don't have to add anything to it. This has a stand. The thing about the stand itself is it actually could rotate. See, it clicks in, so it could go purely horizontal, or it could go into a vertical stance when you rotate it. One of the nice features too is that on the bottom, right here, if I was to rotate it out, this actually comes with the one screw that you could put in. If you're having this vertical, you have to put the one screw through the bottom. So the screw could actually be held in here like a little storage compartment. So that's actually pretty neat. You don't have to worry about losing that screw. And the screw looks like a standardized screw. So hopefully it's not something super specialized. I don't think so. So just in case if you're worried about that. The rumble feature on controllers, I can never use it. It just feels weird. The vibrator gets annoying in my hand, so I always turn it off. And, that's a big thing. I understand. So one of the things they try to sell on this is the haptic feedback, which I guess we give it a lot of monikers, names. It is a rumble feature, but what I was told, without experiencing it just yet, but what I was told is if you walk through sand, it feels like you could feel the grit of the sand on your feet. You could feel it in the left and right, like with each footstep. If you're on ice, it feels like it's supposed to give you a sense of texture and weight, not just pure pulse. And so, it may be something you may still turn off. I'm not saying you should have it on, but it sounds like it's something more advanced than the traditional rumble in this controller. So, you're a boomer. No! A boomer, no! All right, so that's the PS5 controller. So the stand, all right, we have to set it up with the stand eventually. So there we go. HDMI, AC, nothing special there. I think that's it. I think that is it with this box. So let's get to the system, right? Let's actually get to the system. I'm going to do something I did last time after I opened it up. I found out that turning off the lights and letting the computer be the light is actually the best way to do this. So I'm going to put stuff over here, And we're going to look at the PS5. We're going to look at it compared to the Series X. And, there's a mic. There's no mic. There's no mic. Sorry. It doesn't come with a headset. So basically the controller has that headset. But you could use if you have a headset right now for your PS4, you could use it with this. I know that sounds kind of lame. It doesn't come with the ear. The PS4 came with that headset, that earbud headset. I know what you're talking about. This one doesn't come with it. I think that's one of the reasons why they probably put a mic in the controller too, probably. So they could be like, we don't have to pay extra for a thing. But this has a standard headphone jack in there. So standard, I think it's a 3.5 millimeters. So you should be good. So as long as you have a headset, you should be fine. All right, let's get into this. Oh my God, this thing is actually a little bit heavier, and I'm gonna try to do this as easy as I can. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. All right, okay. So massive, the table is shaking. Oh my God. All right, guys, you ready? Let's do this. Let's do this. It's the time. It's the time. It's the time. There it is. It's peeking. It's peeking at me. So, in terms of smell, this has a very new console smell. Now, the one thing I have to admit, though, I did like the Series X box a little bit more than this one. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to whatever. But I think, like, the Series X, I love that Power of Your Dreams. I love, like, the treasure chest design. I honestly feel like the Series X box is better than this box. We're just going off a box. So if I was going to rate this so far, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It's kind of an average box. The look of it, the way they sort things out, pretty average. Mr. Schwartz, like, PS5 and whack box series crap in 1 week. Thanks for the review of the smell. Ice cream sound. Wait. Can we pay attention here? Can we say something here? Like, can we say something here? I want to say I love you, Brian. I love you, Braxton. I love you, Creative Mode. And I also want to give a big hello and I love you too to Mr. So Far Gone. How you doing, man? It's glad to see ya. That's a huge router. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ice cream sandwich time.
Ice cream sandwich.
That's what Creative Mode said.
That's a good idea. I've never thought about that.
All right, here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. This is a big boy. This is a big boy. But I got the disk drive one if you're wondering. The look of the system. Oh, I love you too. I have to say so. Now, we didn't turn it on so we don't see the blue LEDs. There's actually blue LED lights. I'm going to do something right now, guys. I'm going to show you the system with the lights off too, okay? Because we want to get sexual up in this bitch. And I noticed with this, I noticed with the Series X when I did this, it looked cool, okay? So let's find out if this does the same thing. We're going to do that. Oh my God. Bless you, baby. Bless you. Okay, guys, I'm going to be very cautious because I'm in a dark room. All right. This is probably a bad idea, but we're going to find out. Hold on. I'll be right back here. It's okay, man. It's okay. Let's turn on the brightness. There we go. Now, with the Series X, this was more popping, but I think with the PS5, maybe this is not the best idea. So, what I mean by that is, let me pop out the Series X and show you what I mean. So, with the Series X, because it was a matte black, it popped out with the, oh my God, it's not popping out this time. What the fudge? What the?
You ruined it.
I ruined it. What the hell?
Why?
Hey, babe.
No.
See something here. There you go. I don't know. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Why is it not working this time?
I don't know.
Worked last time. Well, whatever. I'm gonna turn on the lights, but you know, that's so weird. Well, we can look at that green thing, okay, guys? Look at that green thing. Whatever. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna turn on the lights again. That was a dumb idea. It worked last time, but this time it did not work out, so I don't know why.
Sadness.
Whatever. Let's turn the lights here. Let's get popping. Let's get popping. None of this, no more of that. I broke it. Now, not to plug the YouTube channel, but I have the video of me unboxing the Series X on youtube.com/RedButtonJamFest, and you can see when I turned the lights, it worked out really, really well in terms of the lighting of the Xbox, but I guess in this case, it's not working out, so I don't know why. So let's get into this, right? Let's open this belt. Oh, okay. Plus, this one is kind of stands out because it's the white color, kind of pops out with the lighting a little bit more. So first impressions of the system is that this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I'm going to show my true colors. I'm going to put this horizontally too. I'm going to show my true colors on this because I am in the camp. I am in the camp. So the way they designed the system is they made it look like a V for 5. If you're wondering why the fuck they do this design right here, is to make it look like a 5. So that's one of the integral parts of the system. The thing I do like is I love that PlayStation Etch In logo on top. I do love the fact that it has these grills that will light up blue. I do think it's much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Now, the backs of the system, we have our Ethernet, our 2 USBs, our HDMI, and our power out. It looks like a giant book, that's true. But you're also able to take these face plates off and replace them with different colors. I'm going to show my true colors here.
Are you?
What?
Are you going to be able to do that?
You are able to do that with this system. They actually showed you how to do it.
Okay.
Professionally. But, I mean, Sony is going to probably sell that. They're not going to allow other people to sell it. Let me take these books off here and set them here. So, looking at this thing in person, and I'm going to turn off the lighting of the laptop a little bit, I have to say that personal opinions, I always thought the PS5 is a good-looking system. When they first showed the system off, I was in the camp of loving the fact that it was a dual color. I actually really like I actually do like the design of this system. I always like the popping system. Like, again, one of my favorite design systems of all time is the Dreamcast. So that will tell you what my flavor aesthetic is. I want something that stands out and says, I'm a fucking thing from another planet. I am not a PC tower. I am not a DVD player. I am a video game system. Like, I harken with the Nintendo Super Nintendo purple and gray. I am all in on the Seto Kaiba PS5. I like this design. I liked it when I first saw it, and in person, I wish it was smaller, but you know what? I understand. It's got a lot of stuff in there, and they want to make sure this thing runs quiet and cool. I personally like the look of the PS5. I would give the look of this system... I would give the look of this... Katie, what do you think of this system? What would you rate this?
I think it's good. It is huge, but I do like the fact that it's different.
I do too. I will honestly give it... The PS1 design was really good. I honestly think... Aw. Braxton didn't get it. I'm sorry, man. I hate to hear that. We need to put this on a stand, I guess, Katie, because this is supposed to have a float. So I think I'll get the stand out too. Right. So the biggest thing I have to say, because I don't have this on a stand too, is put that stand. The biggest thing to say that I think about the design is I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. I think this looks really good. Now let's compare let's compare these together, right? Let me compare the Xbox Series X to the PS5. Let's put them side by side. All right, guys, there it is. There it is in all of its glory. We got a Xbox Series X Ekbok with that green emanating top. Monolith. PS5. Look at the height difference. Babe, look at this height difference right here.
Massive.
It's I don't know if the PS5 can support, the table can support all this weight. We see the clear difference here. This guy is a curvy big boy, and this guy is a blocky boy. He's a boxy boy. Now, when you kind of look at it from that angle, he gives it 4 out of 10. It looks like a big plastic thing. Okay. When you look at it from the side, you can see that the Xbox is smaller, except the thickness. Obviously, the Xbox is thicker. You could probably put almost 2 of the PS5s in one Xbox, but the PS5 is definitely, in terms of the depth and height, is bigger than the Xbox. The Xbox is going to have more of your width component there. So, you know, obviously, I think in this case, I think the size of the Xbox may be a little more conducive for a lot of people. That's probably the biggest thing I could say if you're looking at these two things and you're just trying to, you know, can your it's a mini fridge, could probably fit 3 or 5 Cokes in there. Yeah, so now in terms of design, I'm gonna sound biased. I did not care for the Series X design when I first saw it, but in person, I like its look a lot more. Like, it won me over when I saw it. When I saw the green emanating top and actually got a sense of how it is in person, and when it runs really quiet, I'm actually more impressed by design. Now, I still don't think it's my favorite system design, but I think it impresses me more seeing it in person. The PS5, I had a bias of liking it more. And seeing it in person, I still like it a lot, but I also think I also am kind of thrown off by how big it is. I know it sounds stupid. We all know it's going to be a big boy. We know it's the serious tech in there. But in a weird way, if this was half the size, even though it's probably technically impossible, this design would be so much more convenient. But that's all I could really say, just putting these two side by side, literally putting them side by side. So, but I do hope both do well. I hope so too. Honestly, whoa, this actually has a bend here I did not realize before. That's kind of cool. I personally am a fan of both. I remember waiting in line for the original Xbox and 360, getting that PS1, that PS2. You know, my favorite design PlayStation though. What is, if we're keeping this on Sony, what is everyone's favorite PlayStation design? PS1, PS2, PS3? Ooh. Katie's saying 2. Katie's saying 2. Katie's saying 2. She's yelling at 2. I'm actually really thinking about which one I really think is cool. I really do like the PS1. You know what I like? I'm going to type it in because it is called the PS1, but I hope you know what I mean when I type this out. It's the PS and you spell out the 1. Later in the PS1 cycle, they had like a screen they had a smaller PlayStation 1. And it was like really white, it was really thin and small. I always thought the redesign of the PS1, the smaller PS1, is probably one of the coolest things to see in person too. I actually like that design probably the most. And then the one I'd like next, Katie, you're going to hate me for saying this, is actually the PS3. What? Slim, then PS2. Ew. Katie said, ew. I'm sorry. I really I don't know. And I don't know. That's how I feel. And the PS2 is not a bad looking system. Don't get me wrong. It was one of the systems you could put horizontal and vertical, and you could rotate the logo. It's a cool, and the box was rememberable. But now this though, in the echelon, probably if I were to put it with those ones, I haven't turned this on though. See, that's the problem. See, turning it on, you get the LEDs. So that's the thing. Without getting the LEDs, it's unfair for me to really rank this with the other ones just yet. Because with the LEDs on, this could be fucking sexy in the dark. And it could easily go over the PS3 design, the PS2 design. This could easily be my second fave. So, because I'm a sucker for lights. So, without lights, that's, oh, God, that's hard to do. 3 with that door. 3 at the door. Oh, no. Not the door. So the PS3, there was the super small one with the top. But there was the one that came before that, and the one that came after the big boy. There's a middle one, and it was all matte. That one didn't have a pop-up tray at all. Brian's PlayStation was Nintendo PlayStation. That's funny. All right, so I guess what I'll do now is, I think I gave the box a rating of a 7 out of 10. I think I gave the system look 8 out of 10, which that could really change once I start turning the thing on, right? Let's actually see how this is with the stand. And I think this is how you're supposed to... Maybe I should look at the instruction manual.
Maybe.
You know what? I'm going to look at the instruction manual. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing something stupid. And everyone's going to laugh at me. You'll need to reconfigure the base based on your system. Hook with the base attached. Place the console, blah, 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 blah. Bottom of the base. There's the screw. This is showing how to do it vertical right here at the pictures. I had the sliding door model PS3. Oh, okay. For horizontal, make sure hooks in the positions illustrated below. So they want me as an off design. All right, they want it like this. They want to place the system with the back, and oh, wait. this is actually kind of neat. I wonder if I could show you guys this in the camera. This would be really hard to do. I don't know if you guys could see that. There's the PlayStation symbols engraved right in the back. It's really hard to make because they're like small etched out in white. It's going to be really hard to see. But they have them right here with this gritty texture. That's actually kind of cool, actually. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that shit. Let's see. It wants me to put this on this, and wants me to do something here. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Wait. I don't think that's on there at the right position. What the fuck? How about over here? Am I supposed to do it like that? Is this how I'm supposed to do it? Ah, there you go. I did it, guys. I did it. You could call it engraving. I call it ripping off or seeing a small piece of plastic you pay for. All right, guys. If you're wondering what the fuck I'm trying to show here, this is gonna be actually kind of hard to show. It actually is gonna be hard to show. So when you have the base on there, this is it with the stand on. It gives it a levitating feel like that. It actually levitates off the thing. Look at this, babe. This looks like it's levitating.
Oh, cool.
All right. Let's look at this thing. Oh, damn, this thing is fucking. This is the biggest system. We all made fun of the original Xbox. We all made fun of that original Xbox. Don't you lie to me. You made fun of that original Xbox that looked like the X-Men, huge X with the gem in there. We all made fun of it, right? We all said, that's a fucking big system. It's heavy. And it was like 9 pounds, right? This fucker could eat up that original Xbox and maybe even eat up the 360. And that's what you get. Actually, talking about system designs, you know what my favorite Xbox is? Probably the 360 in looks. I said the original Xbox, but the 360 is a sexy looking system with the concave, you know? Yeah, all right. So, oh, it's bigger, all right. What's the heck? I'm getting a call? Don't know who that is. If I don't know who you are, all right. So, anyway, sorry about that. So what I could say is, there we go. I got sidelined there. But yeah, the original Xbox made fun of that. But this is a big boy. It says Sony right there. I definitely want to see how this looks when it's on. So what could I say? I would bet the PS5 would sell the changeable wings. Yeah, they will. Sort of like the 360 with the interchangeable plates. Great. Can't wait to drop my foot on it. Yeah. This needs to be protected. The stand itself, like, you have to put it in a certain position for it to properly levitate it off. I just realized that because I had it a little too off a side, and it was wobbly. So that's kind of crazy. But if you want to do it vertical, you have to you actually have to use the screw. You have to actually pop this off on the bottom, and then you have to put the screw through the stand through here to stabilize it, to keep it up. Now, I noticed the system could stand upright without the stand, but that's probably not recommended. It probably wears on the plates over time or something like that. It's probably some structural problem with that. So, I have to admit, though, the stand is a weird thing for me. I do like the fact that the Series X, you don't need to put any accessory on it. You could put it horizontal and vertical without, you know, going through any hullabaloo. It wasn't that hard to set up, don't get me wrong, but it's just like an extra, almost unnecessary step for me, I feel like, you know. That's my thoughts. What did your break on it earlier? What did you break on it earlier? What did I break? I don't know. I hope not. I hope I didn't break anything. I don't know. I hope I didn't break anything. This looks good for me. I didn't break anything. So all I know is that this thing right here is the stand is what you're got to use if you're got to put it horizontal or vertical. So what I could say is cool. I think that is it's PS5. I think this is, babe, what do you think about this?
I think it looks good.
Okay, thinks it looks good. You're like, I broke it. Oh. So what I did earlier is when I took the tape off, I ripped the blue top. I didn't break the system per se. I accidentally ripped when I ripped it off, I ripped the blue ink on the top of the box. Yeah, thankfully I didn't really break the inners of the system. If that was the case, I would really This would be a totally different stream. This would be a stream of me crying nonstop and wondering why am I an idiot. So thankfully that didn't happen. Wait, you both, yes, I got both because I'm a slut. Do I advise this for anybody? No, I do not advise this. I don't advise this, okay? Especially now, the games are not out for either of them. Don't do it. But if you wonder how it looks when they're both on top of each other, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
They're gonna make some love, yeah. Yeah. X gonna give it to you. Okay. He's like, my girl over there's like, don't you do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? Babe, could you do me could you do me a favor? What? I'll do it. And how are you doing, Marvelous Malatrone? If I mispronounced your name, I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. So, welcome. I just finished the boxing right now. I'm just rambling on, giving it scores. But I hope you're having a good night. I'm going to grab the Xbox Series X controller. And we're going to have a good old time comparing these two things. All right. Oh, this thing is so big. I don't have the setup for this, as you can tell. Okay, I thought that was a speaker. Oh, okay. Here we go. The controllers, neck to neck. Oh my god. Oh no, they're battling. What can I say except what I know with a few little changes, but I do like this controller a lot, or something that's gonna have that. I have to see what the haptic feedback adaptive triggers are like, but you know, I still like the Xbox sticks more and the triggers more, but this is not on. Okay, that haptic feedback and adaptive triggers could blow my fucking mind and make me blow a load. So I can't really be. It's not a fair judgment to do that. Now, if I was just to hold it like this, I like how this feels in my hands a little bit than this, but they still feel nice in my hands. So I can't. I mean, honestly, it's not. I'm not gonna go that route. I honestly feel like, you know, and that's with it not being on and using them. So that's aesthetic purposes alone. You know, I like to feel this a little bit more if you're holding it. So, but in terms of like using it, I have to find that out later because this could be the fucking bee's knees once I use that haptic feedback adaptive triggers. It made, like I said, blow my figurative load. All right. So, the PlayStation 5 controller, I like it. The system, I always like this look of it. Now, in terms of its size, yes, I know, I heard the warnings. It's supposed to be a big boy. But my brain did not interpret that it would be two original Xbox size, basically. It is humunga dunga. Let me put this thing up so we can see a little bit better than that, because why am I doing that, right? There it is. Are the power cords as big as the original Xbox brick? Nope, they don't do power bricks anymore. So that's why the systems are a bit heavier. Both the Series X and the PlayStation 5, they have the power supply built into the system, and the only thing that comes out of it is a basic AC adapter that you may see in a lot of utilities. And they actually both have the same AC adapter, if you're wondering. The same exact AC adapter. Well, one for PlayStation, one for Xbox, but in terms of the modeling, but it is exactly, this is the power cord. That's it. No power brick. Nothing crazy on that end. So, yes, there's not going to be that semblance here. Yes. I don't know why I'm stroking it like a weirdo, but I'm stroking it. Get out of here. Put the PlayStation down, die now. Well, Katie, what do you say there?
I said stop, you weirdo.
Katie wants me to stop. Why? Why?
Weird, man.
I got the one with the disc drive because I'm an old man. I like to put disc in. I know we're all about downloading stuff, and I know probably still download stuff, but I like the disc drive. Okay? So, all right. What games will you play first? Oh, that's a good question. All right, so the games we got, and by we, Katie and I, we're a collective unit. So my fiance and I, we actually go in on the game thing together. We both love playing video games. So thankfully, it's not 100% me fronting the bills in a weird way, if you're wondering about the financial element of this. But the games I got, you could do Twitch on it, by the way. Oh, I guess that's true. I guess I don't really need to worry about using the Elgato. I usually do the Elgato because I like to, you know, have the overlays and stuff like that. But technically, I could do the Twitch through the PS5, and that because I was actually debating if I need to get a new Elgato to, you know, do the 4K, you know, do all that stuff. That's a good, but that's true. I could just start streaming right away on this at first, and you guys could just be like, oh, okay, and then maybe later on I'll do something like that. That's a creative mode. Thank you for thinking that. I'm an idiot. Okay, what game will I play first? All right, we got 2 games. I've been rambling. I apologize. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales. There it is. If you're wondering what the box looks like, it looks like a PS4 box, but with the white label on top. And then the other thing we got going on here is Demon Souls. And that is a really hard question. What will I play first? I think I will play Demon Souls first. The reason being is I love Spider-Man. I really love Spider-Man. I love the Spider-Man, recent Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 4. And I love, he's my favorite comic book hero too. So, but the reason why I'm going with Demon Souls is from what I've seen, and I know this is like a straight up remaster, but from what I've seen, I never really played the original Demon Souls. I played Dark Souls, Bloodborne, but I never played Demon Souls. So for me, I feel like that dark gothic look and aesthetic may be something I want to see first on the PlayStation 5. And that, I think this would be the game I'd play first. I think this is the one I would choose. What games would you guys choose if you had like any game like right now dropped in your lap in a PS5? What game would you play? Would you want to play first on the system? Let me know. I want to know. But I would say Demon Souls. Well, you know Twitch streamers have intros. PS4 pretty much bare bone streaming. Yeah, it's true. That's the thing. Like, that's why I use the Elgato and OBS, is that I could like cut in scenes and videos and stuff like that. I'm not trying to come off like, oh, ooh, I got this fancy setup. I don't have a green screen or anything. It's not like I'm going to come in with some crazy thing. But I do like that. Bugsnax! I do want to play Bugsnax. That sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a real good idea. All right. So, I guess the big question, though, and I don't know if I really answered this question. Deathloop. Ooh, Mr. Soforgon. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Soforgon, I have to ask you, what is your favorite PlayStation design? And same for you, Marvelous, if you want to answer. What is your favorite looking of the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you had to say what's the best looking? I would love to hear your answers. Now, I'm going to do the death match. The death match has nothing to do with the performance or the games. The death match has everything to do with the looks. And you guys could pick 2. And it's probably hard to decide based on this video, but the green on this top is fucking awesome. I love that. So, I said this before and I'll say it again. I honestly think if you're looking for something that blends with your home theater system, the Series X has that blending monolith design with a cool touch. I love this one. This is like the coolest aesthetic feature that's hard to show with the camera right now, but I'm very impressed with this. This looked so plain to me when I first saw it in videos, but now seeing it in person, I actually like the Series X design more than I anticipated. The PS5 is, I like it almost as much as I did when I first saw it, but I do think the size is killing me a little bit. I would say that in terms of looks, I like things that pop. So the PS5 wins the aesthetic award over the Series X in terms of looks. In terms of feel of controller, without turning them on, I would say the Series X. In terms of the box design, if we're really getting into some weird territory, I actually like the Series X, how they did the treasure chest box. That's it. This has nothing to do with games or UI or performance. This is probably the stupidest comparisons you could do between the systems. Pretty much either way, if you want to get either one, or if you want to wait, which is not a bad idea, because let's face it, a lot of games you can play on these, you can play on the other systems right now. So, you know, you can't really go wrong, I feel like, because down the road, this is going to get exclusives with Bethesda and everything else locked in. This, of course, we know the exclusives where that's at. We got the God of War 5. We're ready to have the Demon Souls and Miles Morales right now. So you know where you're going to get with these things. So the Series X looks better, is what Marvelous says. The PS5 looks like something that fell off of a UFO. That's pretty true. And I like that. I already said, like, my favorite system in terms of looks is the Dreamcast. So that tells you that I like something that looks like fucking out of this world. So that's probably why I like this a little bit more. Creative Mode says the Series X speaker, Gundam PlayStation 5. Ooh, that'd be cool. And Mr. Forgot says he loves the clear blue PlayStation 2 from Japan. Actually, you know what was really cool? The original PS3 had a Japanese model. I don't know if you guys can look it up. That was in white. And it was this gloss white. Actually, I think that looks really freaking cool. So that one does look really cool. And I know that's not PS2, it's PS3, but still, there's some like Japanese models of systems that just look so amazing. Like there's I remember there's like I know I keep bringing up Dreamcast. Like I have a hard on for it, but there was a see-through blue Dreamcast. There's also a steel black one that you could only get one of those in Japan. I remember that. In terms of Nintendo systems, there's the Animal Crossing Switch where it actually has like Animal Crossing design in the back of it. I think that actually looks kind of cool. Brian's like, I love the reflection of your computer in the PS5. This is one way you can fix that. Thank you, Brian. Yeah. So anyway, if as you could tell, if we were doing like a blah, 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 this has a few things on top of the PS5 in terms of the, if we're going with box and stuff like that. But honestly, so far, I have only played the Series X, obviously, because the PS5 just came in. I'm impressed with how quiet the Series X is. I'm also impressed with the quick resume feature of the Series X. I'm also really impressed with how the load times are so far for what I played. The PS5, of course, is going to have the fast loading as well. It comes with the game. It comes with the Astrobot game, so it actually comes with a game that kind of is a showpiece for the system and also shows off like some of the features of the DualSense controller. So that is... Sorry, I'm reaching for the controller. So that is going to be something that'd be worth checking out too. So it does come with the game technically. I mean, how big of a game, that's debatable, but this does come with a game. The Series X does not come with the game. Hey, I got some handheld emulator systems from China recently, and they're great. Did you get the Soldier Boy system? Because I heard that sells hot on the market. Superman that... Oh! Alright. That is old. That is old. Okay, I'm sorry. That was painful. That was cringe. Mega cringe. Open up the cringe. So, what can I say except... Cool. I really can't wait to play this. So, all I can say is, guys, I may do a stream later tonight of a game on here. So, if you could watch it, that'd be great. If you can't, you're busy with something else, totally understand. Not going to kill you guys. But I will definitely, if I don't do a stream tonight, I'll hopefully do a stream tomorrow night. At the very least by Saturday, okay? At the very least, I'll do a stream on Saturday. If I don't do it tonight, tomorrow, or I'll probably do all 3 days. But definitely Saturday. By Saturday, I will do a stream. I'm sorry I'm so bad at this, but that's what I would say. Look up the RG350. They're great. Now, make the consoles kiss. Oh, dog, come on. I will. You know what? Let's kiss and make up. And I will look up the RG350. I'm actually getting a lot of calls from this number right now, and I don't know exactly why. Weird. I'm not going to answer phone live on air. That'd be weird. All right, let's do this. Oh! I'm going to do something that you guys will judge me hard for, but whatever. You're probably already judging me, all right? Hey, I'm the PlayStation 5. I'm the Xbox Series X. More like Series Sexy.
Oh, no.
I'm giving a different voice now, okay? I'm the PlayStation 5 champion. All right. Well, you know what I want to do right now? Fight about it? No. Let's make out. It's like a porno. There's not really much story to this. Okay. Time to kiss.
I hate this.
Oh, no. Stop looking at me, Swan. Oh, no. This is what the stream has come down to. They made out live. We saw it. The PlayStation 5 is John Cena and Xbox is John Wayne. PS5 has more personality in its shape. You don't judge these curves. I got more thickness for you, baby.
Thanks, I hate it.
You hate it. Katie hates this. Look, they kiss, okay? Let's not fight, guys. Let's be like these systems right here. These, I'm trying to anthropomorphize these, systems. Let's be like these. Let's make up, guys. No matter what you have. If you have a PS4 or a Super Nintendo, let's remember that we could all game. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I'm stroking these systems like a weirdo. I'm gonna put this guy down here. Oh, you know what's the winner? And this is something that's gonna sound. I'm gonna point it out. Is that I realized that both systems, instead of having a pop-out logo with color, they do a matte black that blends with the system. Same with the Xbox. Xbox used to have that gray that pops out. Now I can't tell there's that logo's there anymore. Random fact, random thing that they have in common. PS5 was for finally peace between companies. Well, been fun. I'm off totally. Thank you for joining Creative Mode. And I think actually I'm about to sign off myself actually because there's not much more I could do with the unboxing unless you guys have questions. But honestly, like I think we got a good sense of the system and sense of its looks. And oh wow, that's an extreme close-up. I'm sorry. In terms of its looks and size. It is a hefty boy. I have the stand on there if you're wondering what the hell that black piece thing is there. That's the stand. I'm going to do it horizontal. Oh, that makes me nervous and probably makes everyone nervous. So yeah, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for joining tonight. I will at least do a stream by Saturday, if not tonight or tomorrow. At least by Saturday, I will stream games. I may go through the default streamer through this for PS5. I may try the Elgato and see how it looks, if it really captures it well or not. If it doesn't, then, you know. But I will definitely try what I can and go through those hurdles, but hopefully you guys could join me. Which one weighs more? Okay, we got a question. All right. How much do I need to flex? Okay. I'm getting a sense of weight. I don't know the technical specs. So this is obviously going purely off of my lift. Oh. They're actually pretty close. They're actually pretty close in weight. The PS5 looks bigger, but the weight... Actually, I think the PS5 is slightly lighter. I think if I get a hand on it like this, but that could be just... if I get a hand on it... Yeah, the PS5 is slightly lighter. The controller of the PS5 is heavier than the Xbox controller, but in terms of system, the PS5, to me, without using a scale, feels lighter than the Xbox, even though it does look bigger. Which one smells better? Oh my god, the questions. All right, so the PS5 got that new console smell, so... Okay, I smell that. I smell that plastic. Smells like I'm sniffing my Sharpies again.
Oh, that smells good.
All right. I have to say that the hold on. I need to smell this more. I need to smell it. I need to smell every crevice. I have to say I like the smell of the PS5 more. The PS5 has a slightly more or sweet earthy plastic smell on its wings.
Sweet earthy plastic.
Which earthy plastic, Katie, you know what I mean. The which one sounds better? Now, I haven't booted this up. I know the Xbox sounds really quiet, but I think you mean literal right now. So, let me hear it. I think, hold on, let me hear this too. I think they both sound really well. I don't think there's a winner in that contest. Does it smell like Japanese food? It does not smell like Japanese food. Unless you eat plastic. I can't think of anything clever. Sorry. All right. Is there any more questions here? Does the Xbox smell like a hamburger? All right. So I will have to say, people just love me smelling systems, I guess. I will have to say that it smells more like the grill you put the hamburger on than the actual hamburger. Crazy. Smells like the outside of the grill that you put the hamburger on. It's like a George Foreman. Smells like a George Foreman. There we go. Smells like a George Foreman before you put the hamburgers on there. The George Foreman. The knock out the fat George Foreman. That's not a good George Foreman impression. No, get down. I'm annoying. All right, that was weird. This whole stream has been weird, but I do appreciate it. If there's any more questions, let me know because yes.
Tastes better.
Wait, did you just ask which one tastes better?
Yes.
Katie just asked. My fiance asked me which one tastes better. Guys, don't judge me. I am going to do something. I'm going to lick them. I'm going to... Now, I'm not going to lick a Switch cartridge because I did that before. That was a bad idea. All right, I'm going to lick the corner here. Tastes like plastic. All right. Xbox, what do you taste like, boy? What do you taste like? I don't want to lick the holes. I don't want to lick those holes. I don't want to lick the holes just yet. Hold on.
I don't...
You know what? The PlayStation 5 tastes better. That's weird. I'm lying. The Xbox got a grit to it. Dang.
That's probably dirt.
If I get coronavirus from this.
Why would you get coronavirus?
Just that. They make them a coronavirus.
It's only been in our house.
I know, I'm just joking.
I can't believe you actually licked them.
I'm not averse to said things, Katie, okay? I will not lick the disc. I will definitely not do that. All right. You guys satisfied? Because I'm pretty satisfied. I am chomping at the bit to play this thing and, you know, put it through its paces because we got some games here. I think Katie's excited to play this too, actually. She was actually really excited to come on home. Because Katie is a Sony fangirl.
What? I didn't...
I'm joking, you're not. I am kidding. I kid. All right, guys. That's it. Thank you for joining me. If you like this stuff, you could, you know, here's the shameless plug part of the stream. I'll do more streams at twitch.tv/RedButtonJamFest. And I do have a YouTube channel if you want to check it out. YouTube.com/RedButtonJamFest. And take care. Thanks for the stream. See you. Thank you so much for the questions and your presence. Much love to you, Marvelous Maladrone. If I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. But thank you so much for coming in. And Brian, take care. Thank you for coming on in. And also big thanks to the lurkers, everyone at watch, my mom, Mr. Silvergun, Creative Mode, and my taste buds. All right, guys. See ya. Bye. Have a good night. Mwah. PlayStation 5 unboxing is a stream that was cool and was weird. Now it's over.